Your brain forgot how to be a friend. You know what's most insidious about loneliness? It's not the pain. Pain is manageable. Pain reminds you that you're alive. The most insidious thing is the silence. That heavy, cold silence that sits with you every single evening when your phone doesn't light up for weeks. When you walk through crowds and feel like a ghost. When you have something to say, but there's no one to say it to. And then something terrifying happens. Your brain starts to die. I'm not being poetic here. I'm being literal. Neuroscientists have known this for years. The brain of a person without friends begins to physically deteriorate. Not just that psychological feeling of emptiness, actual neural pathways die. The parts of your brain that read other people's emotions, that understand facial expressions, that allow you to connect, they simply shut down, like an unused app on your phone. This is called neuroplasticity. Your brain adapts to its environment. If that environment is isolation, it switches into survival mode and forgets how to be friends. But here's the thing, it's not your fault. It's not because you're broken, it's a protection mechanism. Your body is literally saying, listen, connection only brought pain, so I'm disabling this function. The problem is that turning it back on is 10 times harder than turning it off. Let's say when you were a kid, you got excluded from a group, or a real friend betrayed your secret, or an entire friend group just disappeared without explanation. In that moment, your brain creates a formula. Vulnerability equals pain. Trust equals betrayal. Openness equals rejection. Now your brain is on defense. You don't even notice it happening. You start interpreting every action as a sign of rejection. Your friend texted back 30 minutes later. She doesn't actually want to talk to you. That guy canceled plans. You're not worth his time. The group at the party didn't include you in conversation. You simply don't belong there. This is called a self-fulfilling prophecy. And it's a trap that closes tighter and tighter around you. Because when you expect rejection, you start creating it. You avoid eye contact. You go silent. You build walls before anyone even tries to climb them. And people, instead of breaking through your walls, just walk past. They think you don't want to connect. The truth is, you're just protecting yourself from an imaginary enemy. And here's the cruelest paradox. People without friends often understand others better than anyone else. When you spend years observing people from the outside, you see things others miss. You notice the fakeness. You see when a smile doesn't reach the eyes. You pick up on the energy shifts when something's wrong. You're a hunter of micro-expressions in a world of the blind. But this becomes your grave. Because when you see performance in every interaction, you can't just relax and be friends. You analyze. You dig for hidden meaning. You want only deep, authentic connection. Except authentic connection requires vulnerability. And vulnerability is the last thing you're willing to risk. So you wait for the perfect friend, someone who will understand, someone who is real. You want to skip all that boring small talk about the weather and jump straight into depth. But life doesn't work that way. Friendship is like training. You start with light weights. You don't walk into a gym and immediately lift 100 kilograms. You'll break yourself. While you're waiting for perfect friendship, you're rejecting normal friendship, and years pass. But listen, there's a reason I'm telling you all this. Because understanding is the first step to breaking the chain. Your brain disabled your social skills? Okay, you can turn them back on. It's slower than the first time, but it's possible. It's like learning to ride a bike again after forgetting. Your first attempts will be clumsy. You'll fall, and that's normal. Your brain created a self-fulfilling prophecy? Then start living a different prophecy. Take a micro step instead of a massive leap. One surface-level conversation. Just one. Let it be shallow. Let yourself be imperfect. And this is the main thing, your ability to see the truth in people that's not a flaw. That's a superpower you need to learn how to control. Don't use it to reject people before they reject you. Use it to find people worth the effort. Even if they're imperfect. Even if they're not completely real. Because perfect people don't exist. There are only people willing to try. And if your pain taught you anything, it's that you know the true value of friendship. You know exactly what it means to be heard. You won't carelessly throw away people who choose you. Your loneliness was your school. Now use that education. Take action.